All right, I'm gonna try to make this pretty quick, maybe 7 or 8 minutes. First of all, this is a 1-bedroom condo, so the acoustics are definitely gonna be, there's a lot of reverb in here, so it's gonna be a little bit off. I'm gonna call a little bit louder than I normally would in the woods, just so you get the better idea. This is gonna be in response to a couple of the messages I got about purring. I said I'd post a video, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use 2 different calls here. I'm gonna use a Primos Ruiz, and I'm gonna use a Tom Teaser, the one with the orange reed on it. These are calls I picked up in Bass Pro Shops 2 weeks ago. They are completely nothing special. They're not some fancy cut calls that you have to go to the manufacturer to get and a pro staffer and all that kind of garbage. These are seriously off-the-shelf calls. There's nothing special about them. So I'm gonna purr a little bit, and I subscribe to the method I've seen a lot of people post up on woodies as far as kind of gargling through the call would be the best way to describe it. You just kind of channel it over the call, over your tongue, out the front of your mouth. You purse your lips to kind of streamline it, and I'll show you what that looks like. But it's the best way. Almost think of it like you're trying to cough up a loogie in the theater real quietly. You're like, but it's like, you're like motorboating with the inside of your back in your larynx area, I guess. So that's what it sounds like. This is on the Primos. And forgive, this is not mid-season form by any means, so forgive me. See what I mean? If I did it in one long continuous sound, it would be like this. All right, but you just break it up and you soften it. And this is on the Tom Teaser now. Totally different. I hope you can hear the difference. It's just a different call. Back to the Primos. I'm gonna do the Primos and then jump the Tom Teaser, and just so you can hear the difference. I think the Tom Teaser sounds more like a fighting purr. If I blow it a little bit harder, it sounds like a fighting purr. So, but that's it. But I hope that kind of shows you how some of us purr, okay? That's the gist of it. But as far as cutting and yelping goes, I'll just do a little bit of each just so you can hear the difference in the 2 calls. This is the Primos call. It just sounds tinnier. Hear that? But the Tom Teaser, as far as hard cutting goes, I'm definitely gonna use it this year because it's gonna be a heck of a locator call. I mean, it cuts loud and hard, and just you can slam it. You can't slam that. The Primos, it'll run high on you and squeal. But I'm gonna run this hard, the Tom Teaser. I mean, you can, I like the call on that. I mean, you can really bang the heck out of it on those cuts, and it delivers. But I'll do the yelp difference. This is actually kind of fascinating because I don't think the Tom Teaser yelps that well, but I think the Primos does. So I'll do the Primos first. It's a nice smooth yelp. It has a nice smooth front, and you can kind of drop it into a little bit of rasp at the end. It squeals a little sometimes, but like I said, I'm not mid-season form by any means. So I'll yelp on the Primos and go right into the this thing, which yelps. It's real whack, whack, whack. There's no cut and there's no crisp on it. You hear the difference in the yelps? I'll do just a slow yelp on this and just kind of whine it, and you can hear the kind of the sound of it's going to be clear in the beginning and then rasp at the end. See, it just has a nice break in it. So that's it. So that's basically it. You heard a little bit of cutting, a little bit of yelping, and a little bit of purring. Look, I only did it with a little bit of purring, so you see. Okay, but we'll stick with the Primos because that's what I like to purr on. Like I said, just off the shelf. And also, last note on purring, if you're starting out, it needs to be the last thing you need to learn how to do. It's completely unnecessary to kill a turkey. It's just a show-off call. Pure and simple. It's just a show-off call. It's something you do if you're videotaping and you got a turkey in range and you can just purr to them and just turn them inside out. It's fun, but you really do not need to know how to purr on a call to kill a turkey. Needs to be way far down the list of stuff you need to learn before you do it. And another thing on the cutting, one more thing. Instead of just every single note being, don't be afraid to run one or two of them. It sounds more like a turkey to me. You know, like. And also your hand placement, unless you're working a bird you're just calling, you can change the distance and the sound just by moving your hands, you know? And back to the Primos. This one you can really go pop, 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 pop. So that's the gist of it, all right? So that's all I got.